A very good evening to all of you. I am life coach Dr. Uttam Dave, and I welcome all of you to my video of the 7 point plan. Imagine that you are playing cricket and your team knows all the moves of the opponent. And at the same time, let's say you are called Team A and opposite to you is Team B. Team B does not know any of the moves of Team A. Who do you think so will win the match? You know the answer, you've guessed it correct. It is obviously Team A because Team A knows its own moves and also knows the moves of Team B, so they have a much higher chance of winning the game. It is similar in case of winning an interview. So there are basically two interview structures. One is called the 7 point plan and another is called the 5 point plan. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the 7 point plan. A 7 point plan is an interview structure which an interviewer uses for the interviewee to assess the likelihood of giving a job to him or her. So, in order to understand the 7 point plan, you need to see what are the different things you will be assessed for, and so accordingly, mentally, you will be prepared to answer those questions in a particular sequence. Or even if the sequence is kind of moved up and down, you still know what is being asked or what is going to be asked, and then you can give your answers accordingly. So let us see the 7 point plan and the kind of structure it follows and the kind of questions uh, which you will be asked. Imagine that you are going to interview for a very high profile gym as a gym instructor. So, keeping that in mind, I'm going to speak about the 7 point plan. So, the first point is physical aspects. Does this person have the right health, build, physical charisma, and the impact for the job on offer? So, if you are somebody who is going to apply for the job of a gym trainer in a very high profile gym, they will see your health. Obviously, if they see that you are unhealthy, they will not take you. Secondly, your build. If you are a gym trainer, you better have a good height, you better have a good build with certain vital statistics, only then you'll be considered for the job. Then finally, physical charisma. Gym trainers need to have certain charisma and a certain personality to attract men and women towards them. Otherwise, if they have a very feeble personality, nobody will be attracted to them and nobody would want to join the gym. And finally, an impact for the job on offer. What kind of impact do they have for the offer which is given to them? The second thing, attainments. Does this person have the right academic and professional qualifications for this job? So in this case, there would be a need for a certain kind of certification so that they can hire you as a gym trainer. Does this person have the right experience and track record to be able to do this job? So if they need a fresher, well then you go as a fresher. But if they are looking out for somebody who's experienced, you better have some experience in any other gym, which will be reflected in your biodata, and then you can apply for that job. So in this case, if they require previous experience and you don't have any, then probably you'll not be hired for the job. General intelligence. How intelligent is the person and how is their intelligence used in their work situation? Now, this is very, very important that if you're applying for the job of a gym trainer, you better have some good intelligence about health. So, I'm going to call it health intelligence. So, along with the certification which you've got, which is primarily related to the musculature system of the body and the skeletal system, please make sure that you also have a good understanding of the human anatomy, and also along with it some kind of food related information you should have, which should be scientifically correct, so that when they interview you, they come to know that you have good level of health intelligence. Then we come to the next area, and that is special aptitudes. Does this person have any special aptitudes that are directly related to the job? So, for example, let's say if you are applying for the job of a gym trainer, what is your special aptitude? Like, have you specialized in developing the upper part of the body, the middle part of the body, the lower part of the body, or some other thing which makes you stand out from other competitors who are trying to get into this job. Interests. How does this person spend their spare time, money, and what is it about their potential skills and motivations at work? Well, your skills and motivations at work will show when you start working, but even before that, uh, if they ask you how do you spend your time, then you should be able to say that you spend your time reading maybe magazines about health, fitness, or books about health and fitness. Or even if you're spending money, if they come to know that you're spending money in a nearby bar, then you're most likely not going to get the job, because nobody wants to hire a person who does not care about their own health. How is he or she going to care about somebody else's health? So you better be able to say that you probably eat at a nearby cafe, which is a cafe for organic food, or you always like have fruits and vegetables at your disposal which you eat frequently. And also you should be able to give an answer like that, you have sattvic food. So this will impress the interviewer and you are likely to get a job, but please make sure that you don't lie, because if you are asked certain questions and if you're not following them, you're not following a sattvic diet, your lie will be immediately caught. Disposition. What is this person's personality and what are the implications for the job? Because the job of a gym trainer is people oriented, you will need to have a positive attitude, you will need to have very good communication skills, you will also need to have very good interpersonal relationship skills, and you will also need to be able to relate to both the sexes in a very healthy way. And a very, very important thing which you will require is to maintain professional distance from your, from the clientele. Circumstances. What effects have this person's circumstances had on their career to date, and how will their present and future circumstances affect their performance in the job? Now, this is very, very important. If you are asked a question about your present circumstances, please make sure that you mention your present circumstances, but how you turn your present circumstances into something which will be beneficial for the job. So, for example, let's say you have an ailing parent at your house, and that's your situation. You can always say that whatever time I'm able to get for myself, I train myself at home. So this is how you change your present circumstances into something which is viable for the gym owner to hire you. So this is a 7 point plan. So just keep these seven different areas in your mind while you prepare this uh, interview in your mind, or you do a mock interview with somebody else, so that as and when the flow of questions reach you, you are able to answer them very, very well. Good luck and thank you.